Hey team, welcome to another Building Better Baseball timeout with Coach Hart. In today's timeout, we're going to talk about the strike zone and foul balls and what the difference is. I'm Coach Hart, and in these timeouts, I teach you how to play the game of baseball and I teach you all the baseball rules. So let's get right into it. The strike zone. The strike zone is when the pitcher pitches, the ball must go through the strike zone in order for it to be a strike. If it's outside of that zone, it's called a ball. So in this box right here, this is the imaginary box that's in all baseball. This is called the strike zone. The arrow is pointing right to it, right? So this is the strike zone that you see with the batter. It's always imaginary, and the umpires call it balls or strikes, but this is the strike zone that they're imagining, and the ball needs to go through this imaginary zone in order for it to be a strike. The strike zone is always the width of home plate, which is 17 inches for every single batter. Since the dawn of time, since baseball was created, the strike zone has always been just as wide as home plate. That's what home plate is there for. As you can see in this picture, it is this wide. It's 17 inches across home plate. So that is the same for every single batter, no matter right-handed, left-handed. Every single batter has the same exact width of the strike zone, and it's just as wide as home plate, which is 17 inches. The height varies between how tall the batter is. So the height of the strike zone is from the batter's shoulders to their knees. So if you have a really short batter, the strike zone is going to be a little shorter. If you have a tall batter, the strike zone is going to be a little taller. So the strike zone is from the shoulders to the knees of whatever batter, and it's always as wide as the home plate, which is 17 inches. That is the strike zone. What is a strike? There can be 4 types of strikes in baseball. The first one is a looking or called strike. This is where the batter does not swing at the ball, but the ball passes through the strike zone. And these strikes, as I said before, are called by the umpire behind the plate. So even though the batter did not swing, the ball passed through this imaginary zone, which is the strike zone. And if it passes through that zone, it's a called or looking strike. The next one is a swinging strike. This is pretty self-explanatory. This is when the batter swings at the ball and completely misses. That's a strike. And it does not matter where the ball is. It can be in the dirt. It can be way over the catcher's head. It could fly out of the stadium. If the batter swings and he misses the ball, that's a strike. The next one is a batted ball. So this is a ball that the batter hits into fair territory where they're running to first and the defense is making a play on it. In the scorebook, that's considered a strike for the pitcher and the batter. So a batted ball is also a strike. Foul balls. This is the 4th type of strike that is called. It's called a foul ball. And the foul ball, this is when the batter swings and makes contact, but the ball is in foul territory. All right, remember in previous timeouts when we talked about fair territory and foul territory, this is when the batter makes contact and hits the ball, but the ball goes foul. If there are less than 2 strikes, foul balls count as an additional strike. So if the batter has 0 strikes and he gets a foul ball, they have 1 strike now. If they have 1 strike and they get a foul ball, they have 2 strikes now. If the batter has 2 strikes already, they keep hitting and they are not out. So think about this. If the batter already has 2 strikes and they get a foul ball, that's called staying alive. They're staying alive and they are able to continue to hit until they either get a hit or hit it into the field or strike out. But if they get a foul ball, then they are not out, and that does not count as an additional strike. It only counts as an additional strike if the batter has 0 strikes or 1 strike. In order for it to be a foul ball, you have to make some sort of contact with the ball. As long as the umpire hears the bat hit the ball in some type of way, it's a foul ball. The bat could nick the ball in just the teeniest, tiniest bit, and as long as the umpire hears the bat hit the ball in some way, that is a foul ball and you're staying alive, or you have an additional strike on you. There is no limit on foul balls. So this goes back to the 2 strikes. If you have 2 strikes, you could foul off 10, 15 pitches in a row and you will still be batting. So there's no limit on the number of foul balls that you can hit. You just keep on getting foul ball after foul ball until you either hit it into fair territory or you strike out. So there's no limit on foul balls, except when you bunt. So there's a strategy in baseball called bunting. That's when the batter gets up here and instead of taking a full swing, they square around and they hold the bat out like this, and the ball hits the bat and it goes a very short distance. That's called bunting. So that's a strategy that we do in baseball. It's called bunting. So like I said, instead of swinging, you turn around and you let the ball hit the bat without doing a powerful swing, and the ball goes a short distance. So when you bunt and you have 2 strikes, if you bunt and that ball goes foul with 2 strikes, then you are out. That is a 3rd strike when you bunt. When you hit or you swing at the ball and you have 2 strikes and you hit a foul ball, that is not an out. You keep on hitting. So it's different. The swing and the bunt are different with 2 strikes. If you square around to bunt and you bunt that ball foul, that is an out. So that's why you never really see anybody trying to bunt with 2 strikes, because they know that if that ball goes foul, they're going to be out. Thanks for taking the time out with Building Better Baseball. Remember, I'm Coach Hart, and if you like what you saw and you want more timeouts to explain the baseball rules, don't forget to subscribe and support the channel, and hit that bell icon too so you don't miss a video. I'll see you in the next timeout.